This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
And Hendricks now going back in but being met by a boot to the face. Hogan now, oh God!
Brings her over with the Hurricane Rana. Doesn't get all of it.
Welcome everybody to Didn't Get All of It, episode 70. And what a show we have for you tonight. As we were complaining earlier that there wasn't enough wrestling news, that has been solved. So we will talk about some wrestling news that broke today. And we are also going to be talking the road to SummerSlam with some SmackDown and Raw talk. And Dynamite happened. We'll talk about that. And I guess we'll talk a little bit about what took place at NXT and the fallout from TNA Bound for Glory. I don't know what show they did. Anyway, joining me tonight is the rest of the Fatal Four. First, I'm Paul Griffin. Also here is Kody.
I'm ready to work myself into a shoot.
And B-Rob is here.
That's right. I'm here in the flesh. No shirt on. Ready to podcast.
And finally, it's Shark Week. You know what that means. You've seen his name in the news all week. You know him from the unofficial Bar Rescue podcast, Pod Rescue. It's time to bust open the books and make a call for help to Maxwell.
What's up? It's good to be back with you, fellas. I love you guys. I missed you. I missed the neighborhood as a whole. I miss everybody. I'm excited to be here and talk some wrestling.
You missed the neighborhood's whole.
Mm-hmm. I'm also just really excited to talk about wrestling. I haven't watched any wrestling, but I've been listening to so many podcasts that I'm just going to kind of use those opinions tonight. So I hope that works.
So
ours.
So the indie man has died.
Here, let me get my notes. Guys, I've been wanting to talk about this. I think a year from now, TNA might be the number 2 promotion in America.
Looking at your notes, okay.
Yeah, and I actually have to agree because I knew I was going to be on the show. I did actually watch some wrestling this week. And that pay-per-view, it was, I don't know how you can watch that and think that was anything other than number 2.
Yes. Shark Week, folks.
I'm starting to question your choice in wrestling podcasts, Maxwell.
No, I don't believe that.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Like,
It could be.
No, I'm sure.
I don't know. I watched Dynamite this week. I think the door is open for a number 2.
I firmly disagree.
I just don't know who it'll be, but they're all doing a good number 2.
Yeah. I mean, all the number 2 companies will be WWE owned.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess. I don't know. Probably not. Maxwell, what have you been up to?
Doing some basketball work over at NoCeilingsNBA.com, hosting the Draft Sickos podcast, and covering the NBA draft extremely extensively. I stopped doing the show, or a version of this show, when I was going to have a kid, because I was like, I want to have more free time. That didn't work. Yeah, so now I'm just watching basketball all the time, and found a nice little niche covering some sleepers in the NBA draft world. So right now I'm working on a series I do every offseason where I find guys that are not on any of the preseason mock drafts, and I write about the best ones. Last year, 9 guys from that series got drafted. So yeah, go check that out. NoCeilingsNBA.com.
Work. Speaking in the vein of basketball, are you playing any video games? Are you playing 2K or anything like that?
I have not played 2K in a while because I do not have a current gen console.
Oh.
I'm probably going to buy a Switch 2.
Noted.
I just got one of those today.
Gen 2K. And, how is it?
I don't know. It's in the box.
Okay.
I
literally just got it like 2 hours ago. And
I got one at launch day. You can ask me how it is.
How is it, Paul?
I don't know. It sits on my TV stand collecting dust.
Yeah.
You haven't played it yet?
No, what's there to play?
Mario Kart.
Donkey Kong.
I don't fucking drive. I don't play kart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason I specifically asked about that is because like they're re-releasing the college basketball series.
I saw that. So the EA one, it seems like would have everything, which I would really like. And then I saw that 2K was going to make one where it's like maybe not everything, and that was less exciting to me.
Yeah, I mean, but at least you have options, and you have college basketball back.
I would love a college basketball video game as much as I love Air. I would be so excited.
Excellent.
But yeah, I'm excited to get a current gen console so that I can get back to playing 2K again.
Or you could just do like me and just sail to high seas on a computer.
So I've got a really good computer now, so I've thought about that, but I'm so not tech savvy that I'm like afraid to.
I understand.
Like, I feel like I'm going to screw it up somehow. I'm not going to sync the controller properly. Like, I'm just worried about like me being too dumb to properly play 2K on PC.
But sir, I would refer you to the University of YouTube. They have been helping me out tremendously to get my degree in this stuff. And
a lot of people say that like the PC 2K is like the best, like that it's really fast and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I haven't played that specifically on here, but just like all the other games, just graphical enhancements. If you have the hardware for it, can't really beat it. But I still love my console stuff or whatever. I'm on Call of Duty just about every other day. So just old habits, I guess.
Like every day, but I'm regular.
Yeah. The shark.
You need some more fiber if it's taking that long. Hey, speaking of fiber, what better fiber than podcasts? Am I right? We normally don't do a lot of plugs here, but I do want to plug our other shows. Didn't Get All of It Japan just dropped yesterday. New episode out there. Check that out. And also this weekend, a new episode of Ultimo Dragon Ball. We announced a new podcast, and for 3 weeks in a row, they have delivered episodes.
No shit.
Ain't that something? And they're great. So check that out. Even if you don't like Dragon Ball Z, it's worth a listen. Very funny. Just listening to someone explain what Dragon Ball Z is very funny. So head over to fatal4pod.com, get all the episodes there, subscribe where you get your podcasts, follow us all on Blue Sky. There's accounts for all the things. We don't post anything interesting, though. We just tell you when the shows are out.
Yeah, more or less. And then specifically tune in these next couple of weeks to the Japan show because the G1 has started and we're probably like in the night 5 now or whatever. And we got some the brackets out and everything. And there's some interesting choices way off from what we picked as a collective, but still interesting nonetheless. A lot of injuries so far.
Why don't we post more on Blue Sky?
Because I'm fucking
we're always
lazy.
doing something. Yeah.
You don't know how to log in. You can post all you want if you want to post. Go post away.
I'm gonna turn our account into an engagement farming account.
I hope
you should post like a Twitter account, but on Blue Sky.
Talking about how stacked the 08 roster is.
Yeah, with a shocked face. Ted DiBiase Jr. had so much aura. Like,
what about Alex Riley though?
Yeah.
What? He in jail, lady.
Post one of those dog shit main events that people are like, wow, I can't believe we had Big Show and Jericho at the same time.
Melina Alicia Fox.
That shit would probably work on Blue Sky. They've gotten enough toxic people there now.
Yeah, they're starting to migrate.
Well, I think it's time I dust off an old sound effect that we haven't played in a long time because there is a special segment tonight that I would like to kick things off with, and it's right here.
The wrestling news this week.
Hulk Hogan has died.
Thanks, Matt. How's everybody's day going?
I didn't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but like condolences to the family. I mean, it was somebody daddy, somebody husband, ex-husband, things of that nature.
He's definitely somebody's ex-husband.
Yeah. So yeah, sucks on that side for those people, but fuck that dude.
Well, the good news is, from what I understand, his grandkids never met him.
That might be a good
because
thing.
his daughter is mad at him. So, my condolences to them. I don't know. Anyway, Hulk Hogan died. I don't know if we need to go into the super obit of it because everybody else is doing that quite well. Mm-hmm. If you want a synopsis of the career of Hulk Hogan, that all exists.
Yeah, just put on any WWE documentary ever.
Yeah,
right.
I'll just say that he was the one that brought me into the world of professional wrestling. And it wasn't even through professional wrestling. It was through his acting skills. I seen him in movies before I seen him in wrestling. So his movies brought me to wrestling. And that's
crazy.
I will thank his corpse for that.
You think people are watching Peacemaker now and being like, check this WWE stuff. Yeah.
Yo,
it's possible.
It is possible.
It happened with Total Divas. Why wouldn't it happen there?
True. But what if it does?
I think there's a lot that could be said here. It'd be silly to pretend he didn't do anything for the wrestling industry. Yeah. It would also be silly to ignore all of the horrible things he did to the wrestling industry. Like union busting and being a racist and
double-edged sword that guy.
Yeah, I was. I feel like the defining factor of Hulk Hogan, like even if you want to do the whole like let's not talk about us like personal life, like even if you like just look at the wrestling thing, Hulk Hogan like ascended to new heights in the industry and did his absolute damnedest to pull up the ladder from underneath him.
Exactly.
Like between the union busting, refusing to put people over, like never earnestly giving it a go to help the next generation. Like that is his defining characteristic. And he was so egotistical. I was thinking about this the other day that during his TNA run, he does all of these interviews before he arrives in TNA. He's like, Abyss brother, Abyss is the man, brother. He's going to be the guy. And then his idea for like, how can we get people to love Abyss is Abyss will love me. Like that is like such like, I feel like that is, there's no better way of understanding how Hulk Hogan's brain worked than just thinking about that.
Remember that whole thing? He gave him the Hall of Fame ring, said it would give him powers and shit. Boy. And then it wasn't just him. He infected a lot of other people in wrestling. I mean, he got to Kevin Nash, and that was a bad thing at one time. But Kevin Nash is better now. Now, Eric Bischoff, they're freaking working together and all that other stuff that they did. Flair for a small bit. But let's think about the good times. A man has died, folks. A man has died.
He's done a tremendous job over the last several years, completely tarnishing his legacy, especially with the start of the sex tape. And I don't know how you have a sex tape and then go on a racist tirade at the same time.
Yeah,
like that's a little crazy. But
I would understand if he did that before the sex tape, because I mean, you know, that post-nut clarity, he wouldn't have said all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so I don't know where it took place in the timeline. But yeah,
there's a post-credit scene.
Was it in that? I thought it was like, hey, here's a bunch of Hulk Hogan materials. I don't think I ever knew that it was in the tape.
I thought it was part of the sex tape.
Wild.
Like,
I thought it was
a
part of the same leak. I didn't think it was like a.
I don't fully know, but like Peter Thiel backed him to kill Gawker. Peter Thiel, look him up.
Gotta look him up.
Yep, he's a nice one. Another nice billionaire. There's so many, and they killed Gawker. They did the racism. He gave birth to that kid who doesn't know how to drive, or he helped give birth to it in a way.
Yeah.
I figured Nick is in my tummy, brother. I don't know why.
I figured we'd have a lot of things to say that were not kind. So I wanted to go through and read some comments that were left by peers in the industry. So I'll just go for one of them. Here's one of many. Thanks for the house, Hulkster. That's from Eric Bischoff.
Unfortunately, when he went into bankruptcy, he had to give up that house, but maybe some other one Hulk Hogan helped him pay for, perhaps.
Yeah, because he gave his other house to his ex, right?
That's true. Could be.
Yeah, because that was that whole thing on Brooke Knows Best when they rode by the old house in the boat, and he's like, see, she's in there with a whole nother man.
Here's another one. Hulk Hogan was a great American icon, one of the first people I ever truly admired as a kid. The last time I saw him, we promised we'd get beers together next time we saw each other. The next time we'll have to be on the other side, my friend. Rest in peace, said J.D. Vance.
What? This guy.
I thought you were reading from people in the industry.
I mean, at this point, is it not?
It's all the same. I mean, Trump is a Hall of Famer.
Hulk Hogan changed the wrestling business. If it wasn't for him, like, wrestling as we know it today would not be the same. I don't think you could ever deny that.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I've always been sympathetic to is like, I don't know, like when people are like, no, it was like perfectly fine when it was regional. And it's like, for then, yeah, like I have serious doubts about how sustainable that was. Should it have gone national the way it did? No. But, yeah, I think it had to happen.
But he was kind of a dog shit wrestler, for being honest. He had like 3 good matches over the span of 40 years. And turned out he was even worse of a person. He was even worse of a person. So I cannot say that he will be missed, but you definitely can't ignore the impact he made on the business.
John Cena posted a picture of Hogan punching Andre. That was his tribute. Here's another one. We lost a great friend today, the Hulkster. Hulk Hogan was MAGA all the way. Strong, tough, smart, but with the biggest heart. I think that's what killed him. He gave an absolute electric speech at the Republican National Convention. That was one of the highlights of the entire week. He entertained fans from all over the world, and the cultural impact he had was massive. To his wife, Sky, and family, we give our warmest, best wishes and love. Hulk Hogan will be greatly missed, said President Trump. Not the worst thing he's tweeted in a long time. But, you know, there's some people that are bummed about this.
You think Hogan's on the Epstein list?
Oh, maybe. Guess we'll never know, because there isn't one.
Yeah, there isn't one. And to think anything else, it would be stupid.
Well, I heard the DOJ met with Maxwell today. Maxwell, what did you tell him?
What? Oh, wrong. Wrong Maxwell.
Oh, okay. It's not. I thought this whole time. I was so confused.
No, that's somebody else.
It's the other pedophile.
Oh,
what?
No. Get out of here.
Come on. Oh, no.
I didn't think she was a pedophile. I thought she was just part of the business. Anyway, that's a story for another podcast.
I don't know.
We'll figure that one out someday, maybe. Probably not. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. What else is there to say about Hulk Hogan? Anybody got good thoughts, bad thoughts?
Nope.
I think he's bad. Yeah, or he was bad. Yeah, that's my thoughts. I think it's one of those things where it's like I kind of don't fault how anyone wants to handle it because he was despicable. But if you love this, like he might be why. So I get if you're feeling weird about it.
That's valid.
I appreciate that all the coverage I've seen has not shied away from the fact that he did end up being a total fuck up.
Yeah, I think it's really important.
Yeah. I just enjoyed in the last years that they brought him back to the product that he got booed out of the building every time.
Yeah, that's going to go down as his last appearance on WWE television ever. And that's chef's kiss.
The fans got smarter.
I will say, all my favorite things about Hulk Hogan are kind of similar to my favorite things about our president, in the sense that
he's a great
they
American.
are like, nope.
He's orange.
Nope.
Has bad hair.
He's the strongest guy in the world and has huge biceps.
No, that they're both just like unintentionally hilarious at times.
Oh,
like,
all right, I get that.
we do have to acknowledge some of the all-time iconic tweets that Hulk Hogan has had. Like, remember when he thought Bam Margera died?
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
That was great. When he was watching the Ninja Turtle movie in that empty theater and tweeted about it. Also iconic.
Yeah, and he spelled ninja with a G.
Yep. You know, he's used to...
That's that autocorrect getting in the way. You usually say the N-word with a G in it.
Uh-huh.
Also, classics even on WWE programming, like when he told Vince McMahon that he was the right gay guy.
Man, I don't know. I'm just hoping Iron Sheik was waiting at the door, him and Macho Man, ready to stomp a mud hole in his.
They're not in the same place, B-Rob.
Oh, they go to the same waiting room, right? Before they get sentenced.
I think those guys got through the waiting room a long time ago.
They can go back and visit.
Is that how the rules work?
I don't know. I ain't dead yet.
I want to go hang out in the waiting room. They got some good stuff on TV.
Yeah, I think he's hanging out with Benoit and Fabulous Moolah. So,
how do we think this is going to be handled on SmackDown?
Oh, 10 bell salute, whole nine.
Yeah, they're gonna
The whole
have
roster
all
on the stage,
videos.
including the New Day.
No.
New Day's on Raw, so I think they're not going to be there.
Oh, it's going to extend to SmackDown to Raw too.
I think it'd be so funny if a story came out that was like New Day was requested at SmackDown with the rest of the full roster, and the story comes out that's like, oh no, we're Raw superstars. We're not working today.
I mean, they already got their funeral garb on.
I think we get the 10 bell. And I think we get like
Really?
clips
Have they ever
going
done
in and out
that
of
for a
commercial.
non-active competitor?
I mean,
If they're going to do it for one, it's going to be for Hogan.
Yeah,
I
he's
guess.
on a lot of people's Rushmore.
Do you think The Rock will show up and point to his forearm and say "Goosebumps, brother"?
No.
We might get a via satellite. Hey, SmackDown fans, DJ here.
Oh, do you think they'll do like what Hulk Hogan meant to me videos?
Don't do that.
I kind of
hope
hope
not.
not. I think they just do the 10 bell in the clips.
This would be the only time that I would request Booker T's presence.
Oh.
I think they'll probably throughout the night, you know, in between commercial breaks, show, you know, Slam and Andre, the WrestleMania 18, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But and then something at the beginning of the show. But I think that's it. Does anyone wear HH armbands?
Hunter
I don't think
Hearst?
so. Maybe Charlotte. Like I think people that might have known Hogan longer than others,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
a Kody or a Charlotte might. But anybody else, I don't think so.
I think. Do you now switching to Raw? Do you think Becky Lynch leans into the Becky Hogan thing even more?
That'd be so funny.
Pulls
Have her-
back.
They should have her escorted to the ring in a casket like the old Undertaker entrance. The thing swings open and she declares that she's officially Becky Hogan.
I don't want that. Please no.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she starts wearing black and white and she becomes Hollywood Becky.
Again?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That would actually be pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Because she actually, the timing would be perfect. She's in Happy Gilmore, which comes out this Friday. She absolutely should become Hollywood Becky Lynch.
I like it. Final Hogan thoughts before we move on.
No, we have final thoughts already.
Okay. It sounds like we will never talk about him again. Here is some good news in the wrestling world, folks. The last piece of news. Kevin Owens has successfully undergone neck surgery. I think last time we talked about this, they weren't sure when that was happening.
Yeah. Waiting for some more, for his body to heal a little bit more before they went in.
Yeah. There's not a lot known, but it did happen. And I think that means good things. I guess because the longer you wait, it would be longer till he returns, if at all.
Yeah. So best of luck.
Any thoughts on Kevin Owens? What are they going to do on SmackDown? Think they'll wear Kevin Owens armbands?
I hope he's able to wrestle again, selfishly. But as long as, the surgery went well and he's able to move and continue living, that is
with
good.
His family. Yes. Yeah. I concur. Stamp that.
Well, that's it, folks. Speaking of stamps, let's put a stamp on this segment, take a break, and when we come back, we will talk about the road to SummerSlam. A lot of stuff happened on SmackDown and Raw. We'll talk about it right after this. Anybody need anything?
I need a hug.
Yeah, I know. The Hogan loss is hard on all of us, B-Rob. The B stands for Balea. Today only.
I showed my mom, not my mom, I showed my wife the freaking quote from his tape about his wife and the black guy. And she texted me earlier today and she's like, Hulk Hogan died. And I was like, fuck that dude. She couldn't understand why I said that. And then I had to show her the material. She's like, oh, all right.
I'm trying to see where, I don't remember where I saw it. I don't think it was in the Discord. Maybe it was. But someone shared a tweet that was like despite everything, you can't deny what Hulk Hogan did for the business, even if he was a union buster, this and this and this. He was truly committed to wanting to fuck his daughter.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Real great eulogies out there.
Mm-hmm.
My mom texted me about it.
And it's sweet because they know it's a thing that we like.
That's weird. She texted me about it too, Kody.
Kody, if it makes you feel any better, she did not text me about it.
Okay, good. Yeah, did you hear that Hulk Hogan died this morning? He was 71. It was a heart attack.
Thanks.
Oh, and then she said, save all his merchandise that you have in its original packaging. It could be worth money.
No, not wrong.
And I was like, I don't think I have any Hulk Hogan merch, but thanks, Mom.
I wonder what his store is looking like right now.
Someone went there. I saw on my timeline. Someone was like, I'm gonna go to the Hogan restaurant and report back, and then he just posted a picture of him posing in front of one of the statues and put it side by side with that meme of the guy who showed up at the funeral for his haters or whatever.
Fun stuff, this internet.
All right, folks, we're back. How about that? What a break we just had. You should have heard it. It was so good. Maybe you will. Let's talk about some stuff that happened in the world of WWE in the last week. A show that I reluctantly watch every week, SmackDown, did some stuff. The road to SummerSlam is underway, and if you listened to the show last week, I think we all kind of said Alexa and Charlotte are next in line for the tag titles, and they didn't really earn it. They just, Charlotte Flair met up with Alexa in the back and was like, hey, I just went and asked for the match and they gave it to us. And Alexa was like, what the hell? She's like, I'm still Charlotte Flair. I thought this was a good segment. I think their banter is really solid.
This team is surprisingly working very well.
I like it a lot, actually. It makes me like Charlotte, which is a hard thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm always going to like Alexa, except when she dresses like a child on the playground.
Mm-hmm. Tall blonde lady, short blonde lady.
Yeah. And then Alexa, I think Charlotte beat Raquel.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. And then SmackDown this week, Alexa's going to beat Roxanne. So
I don't like that.
They've wrestled a bunch actually since Alexa came back. Like they're always in there together for some reason.
Alexa has so many choices of opponents her height.
I think that honestly they'd probably be a fun team.
I wouldn't be against that.
Another thing happened on this show that I don't know. We shouldn't spend too much time on it, but they set up Solo versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage at SummerSlam because at the beginning of the show, they opened on a car wreck in the back where Solo framed Jacob for crashing into them and injuring the MFTs. And there was a whole thing throughout the show trying to figure out who done it. And then it was revealed like mid-show that Solo faked it, and then he was arrested.
Okay, so it was unclear to me. Did he fake it in the sense that, like, they damaged the cars themselves and put fake blood on or whatever? Or did he, like, run his car into his cousins in order to make it look like Fatu did it?
I don't think we need to get into the details there because they didn't.
Because either way, silly.
Yeah. I think Fatu was arrested at one point, and then he was unarrested. And then that's when they arrested Solo. People like this stuff, I think.
No.
I feel like MFT fraud like really went away after like 2022.
I wish they all wore silly monkey hats. Like they should look like those fucking drawings that everyone had to get. They should all wear Halloween masks of whatever those monkeys were.
The bored apes.
Yeah. Because I'm bored when I see these guys. Tala-tonga, Tama-tonga, Shorta-tonga.
Medium Tonga.
Bonga-tonga. I don't know. There's too many Tongas, and I can't tell them apart. What else was here? Oh, they did a fatal 4-way tag match for number one contendership for the tag titles that the Wyatts currently have. Street Profits oddly not in this, so they weren't allowed to earn a rematch. But it was, what was it? DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Phoenix and Andrade, and who am I forgetting? Oh, Fraxium.
Yeah.
It's fucking rule. This was really fucking good.
The SmackDown Tag Division, I think, is like the best thing they have. And this needs to make its way onto the SummerSlam card. Like, if it doesn't, that's insane. Because it is a 2-day long event. And, like, they haven't been on... when was the last time those titles were defended on a PLE?
Can't recall.
It hasn't been this year. Maybe it was the Rumble? I feel like there was a Motor City Machine Gun match on pay-per-view, and they were like not over at all because they just showed up and assumed everyone knew who they were.
Yes, you're right. I think it was the Rumble. But that was a long time ago, and they were left off WrestleMania and have been consistently killing it. So give them the spot here. Let them get over.
If it were me, I'd put the belts on Andrade and Phoenix like right away. They're so good.
Do it.
I don't know. They are good, but like
even Andrade got over in this match.
Do the Lucha Bros. Like, why are we doing this?
Oh, because Penta's doing other stuff like wrestling on Main Event. Penta's not going to be on SummerSlam
in 2K.
He's not going to be on SummerSlam. He's got nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 nights. They got to work something out. Damn it!
It's 2 nights, and they somehow have not found a spot for Penta and LA Knight on this show. They just got Jey Uso on there. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, LA Knight and Penta are like 2 of their big stars, and they're just not there.
They should fight each other.
They should. That's what Benoit and Angle used to do all the time when they never got booked. They just said, put them on the show, make them wrestle. Make it a number one contenders match for whatever they want.
I mean, they could figure out, we could get there. Like, they've both been beefing with Seth Rollins and company. Like, could be a whole, like, get in the back of the line type of thing. Like, they're fighting over who gets to beat up Seth Rollins when he comes back or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Cena and Kody did a contract signing where Cena said he was not going to be at SummerSlam. He was too busy filming a movie. And Kody cut a promo about how he fucked up and he's not going to flinch next time. And WrestleMania was like super important to him and he goofed and he's not going to make that mistake again. I thought this was a good promo. What was interesting was when Cena came out there to do his promo, they did a split screen with like a blur in the middle.
That was weird.
It was odd. I've never seen them do this before. I didn't hate it, but it was very much a new production thing that they haven't done. Kind of fun. Just showing both guys as they talk to each other. And Cena was like, I'm not going to wrestle. So Kody chased him up the ramp, beat him up, brought him back to the ring, and signed his name to the contract anyway, which I don't think is legally binding, but it is wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's also a street fight.
I'm glad this match got a stipulation because the WrestleMania one was pretty bad. And I feel like Plunder will make things a little easier for these guys.
It's weird that they don't have the chemistry. Or maybe Cena was just like not working hard that night. Or maybe it was like, hey, I suck now. Maybe I should just like go out there and suck as a gimmick.
No.
There was people speculating that at the time where they're like, oh, he turned heel, so he's not going to like do the good stuff. Like, first of all, Cena has never been a good wrestler. Like it's not like he just changed overnight. I think there might be something to that though, where he went out there and was like, if I perform too good, they might cheer me.
Mm-hmm. I can see the logic, but is they really doing that?
I don't know. I guess we'll see at SummerSlam when they have a street fight. That's probably going to be fun. Over on the Raw side, the show that we all watch and never complain about. CM Punk opened the show. Him and Gunther talked a little bit. I don't think there was much to this, but I left it here just in case Kody had thoughts.
This was kind of disappointing.
Oh,
not gonna lie.
I kind of disagree a little bit, but I want to hear your take first. Yeah,
get into it.
I mean, I thought Punk was fine, but when Gunther came out, I don't know. It seemed like maybe he got rattled by the "you tapped out" chants, and like his promo was just very generic. He was just, you know, you're not the best in the world. I'm going to beat you. I'm the best in the world. I have the title. That's what makes me the best in the world. Like every promo ever cut on CM Punk, and then Punk just said nothing else. Like I wanted some back and forth between these guys.
I thought it was like a nice little like, hey, we're dipping our toe in the pool with this. Like we don't need to go 0 to 100. And it also felt to me like I'm very over the CM Punk like self-referential, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge type of storylines. I like that this was just about wrestling. Like I feel like this is the most I've enjoyed a CM Punk segment in a long time. And I'm not like an every week viewer, so maybe like it's just the stuff that I hear about and then go out and watch is the stuff where it's very like, oh, John Cena buried him and did the pipe bomb. Like I feel like that sort of stuff is what permeates my bubble. So just watching this and seeing Gunther and Punk talk about who's the best, I was like, oh, this is what wrestling is supposed to be. But I do agree. I don't think it was Gunther's best performance on the mic.
Yeah,
I kind of like the Gunther approach of like, I beat Goldberg. Like, what the fuck do I got to talk to you for?
And also kind of to backtrack a little bit, I think y'all asked earlier, the SmackDown titles were defended at the Rumble and the other titles were defended at WrestleMania.
I just fucking said that.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack a bit more and talk about Hulk Hogan some more.
No, I just confirmed it for you. You said you think.
Remember when CM Punk said he was going to throw Hulk Hogan's dusty ass out of the Royal Rumble and kill Hulkamania?
Do it.
Vaguely do remember that.
Throw the urn. Yeah, you really going to get buried or cremated.
I'm really fascinated. Well, Hogan would never get buried, sir.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm really fascinated to see how they handle this on SmackDown. Because people are not quiet about how much they hate the guy. Seth Rollins notoriously doesn't like him. So we'll see. He won't be there, though. Hogan or Seth. Neither will be there.
Or Hogan.
Also, with one last thought with the Gunther and Punk stuff, I feel like Gunther should be more pissed off at Punk, because remember a few weeks ago when Punk rammed his shoulder into Gunther and then Gunther fell on his ass. Gunther should be pissed about that. I want to see.
We got another week, Kody.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is the WWE calendar right now is kind of fucked because there's not enough time to let stuff breathe or to build stuff up. We just had Saturday night's main event, the Evolution show. And there's only 3 weeks till SummerSlam, and it just feels very rushed.
Is it 3? I thought it was next weekend.
No, I'm saying 3 weeks between the shows, between Evolution and SummerSlam. Yes, so there's only one more week after.
Right. Well, Sheamus and Rusev had a match again, and I cannot for the life of me imagine why this keeps happening. This fucking stinks.
As long as they do not do a bar situation.
That's fine. They're not wrestling each other. The last thing I want to see is them wrestle each other for 25 minutes again. I don't understand why they keep doing it. It's for nothing. They're not number one contendership matches. There's no direction here. They're not in line for an Intercontinental title. They're just guys fighting, and they keep telling me it's a banger, but it's just bad.
I think Rusev is mega washed.
Yeah, he fucking stinks.
It's
crazy. He's in great shape, though.
Yeah, he is. I just feel like he has a negative presence now. I don't know.
Are you saying that he needs Lana back?
Maybe, but I don't want to do that. I'm sick of their story. I don't know. I never enjoyed any. I haven't enjoyed anything. Yes, yeah, I haven't enjoyed anything they've done on screen together since 2016.
I think what Maxwell is saying is that Lana needs to come back and align with Rusev, and then they can get into a feud with Scarlett and Karrion Kross.
Oh no!
Kross is the worst wrestler in the whole world.
You can't say that, Maxwell. It's the year of Kross.
He sucks.
He had a match with Sammy this week on Raw where he spent most of it getting his ass beat by injured Sami Zayn. And then he clobbered him with a pipe.
I talked about this a year ago when I was on the show. I don't know what he's supposed to be. Why are they trying to do this organic, weird internet groundswell thing? Maybe that's just him going into business for himself and doing that. But then, he's also supposed to be sort of a mysterious badass, but then he's getting wailed on by injured Sami Zayn. Nothing this man does makes sense if you think about it for more than 10 seconds. He sucks.
I also don't understand. If you think about it, you look at him and you're like, even Scarlett, it's what does she do?
But between the both of them, they have a combined 20-something years of wrestling experience, Paul.
That's so fun. I love when people say they have a combined something experience. Think about this. Combined between all of us, we probably have 100 years of podcast experience.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest shit that somebody would put on a LinkedIn or their business page.
John Cena and I are a combined 17-time world champion.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Me too, oddly enough. Funny how that works. Wow. I will say, shit on Karrion Kross all you want, because it's fun. But the post-match where, for some reason, he was bleeding, and then Scarlett made out with him and was covered in his blood was pretty fucking cool. Good visual.
Not too bad. That was it.
Yep. Lyra and Becky are having a no DQ match at SummerSlam. And I think the stip is that if Lyra loses, she can't challenge for the Intercontinental title anymore. Same stip that Becky had. That's fun. I assume Lyra wins it back, but maybe she doesn't. That's fine. They also did a thing where Bayley got a tag title match for her and Lyra, which pissed off Lyra because they were fighting last week. And Bayley's like, no, it's fine. That was last week. We're friends now. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is just doing something until our contract runs out or if they're trying to do something new and fun with Bayley. I think it would be very funny if she went back to the hugger character, ironically.
Yeah.
Like as a sarcastic thing.
I was kind of waiting on that. Honestly, I want to see the wacky inflatable arm flailing tube men.
Yeah, I think if she did it as a bit, that'd be funny. I don't know. I still assume that she's going to end up in AEW and just like completely disappear off the face of the earth. But she'll be with friends.
I guess.
Friend.
Right, friend. AJ Styles throughout the show was a total goofball. Probably the highlight of Raw, if you ask me.
He found out what memes are.
Yeah, he was silly. They show the Judgment Day arriving there and like passing the keys to the valet, and it was AJ Styles, and he's like, "I'm gonna fight you, Dominic. Like as soon as you're cleared, I'm gonna get you." And like later in the night, he was a janitor, just kind of following Dominic around. I enjoyed it. Silly AJ's fun.
I think he was a ringside physician.
Yeah, he was the
right?
He was the ringside physician when Dominic got a big boot, and they demanded doctors show up immediately for him. Yeah, and then it was revealed that Dominic was cleared when he attacked AJ and said, "I'll see you at SummerSlam." I hope AJ wins because I want him to have like something to do before he's done.
Mm-hmm.
It really bums me out that he's close to done.
Yeah.
It makes you feel so old.
You got to do something before you go back to TNA. Oh, wait a minute.
He just went back to TNA.
That was the joke, you dumbass.
No, you don't know how to joke. They also said Io and Vicaire had a match on this show because Vicaire was going around telling people like, "Hey, I'll fight you after SummerSlam." And Io's like, "Okay, what if we did that tonight?" And they went out and had a kick-ass match that got interrupted, of course, by the Secret Hervis, where they beat them up. And then I think Naomi showed up and Rhea showed up. And oddly enough, Nikki Bella didn't show up. I assume we were getting Nikki and Vicaire against the Hervis, or Nikki and the Bella, or Vicaire and the Bella twins against all of them. Maybe that'll happen on Monday.
That'd be fun.
That seems like the match they're like, you gotta have Vicaire on this fucking show. You have 2 nights to fill.
Yes.
I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know Maxwell's thoughts on Stephanie Vacour. As
I think she's like
a relatively new talent.
Yeah. I don't feel like I can. I think AJ Styles, might actually be the closest in terms of someone who has not been in WWE showing up in WWE, and all of the star power stuff just immediately translating. Mm-hmm. In terms of like her main roster run in particular.
Yeah.
Of just like, oh yeah, no, it feels like she's here and she feels so legitimate that it would kind of be insulting for her to not be around the title.
I mean, that's what got her this job. She had to match with Mercedes, and people were like, "Oh shit, excuse me."
Yeah, like she's that. Like she's that good.
Totally agree. I had never seen her until that Mercedes match, and very rarely can a wrestler like just go out there and in one performance instantly win me over and be like, "Oh yeah, this person is a star."
Yep.
I had never seen her until you guys told me she had a match with Mercedes and said, "Look at this girl," and I said, "Oh, I like this one."
But like WWE is so weird though that like that's not always the case,
right?
Like it's not a guarantee that this will just work out, and for her, it did.
I mean, you can look at what's happening in NXT. Like Jordan Grace is a prime example of someone that they completely fumbled.
Yeah.
Blake Monroe. Who knows what's going on there, but that shouldn't be like it's just the wrong way to bring someone in.
What? But is it like, or I don't know. I don't like it, but it's also like I don't know what else you would do. Would you never go have a 20-minute wrestling match? Like,
well, hang on, put a pin in that. We'll talk about that later. Because right now we're obsessing about Stephanie Vaquer.
Yes.
I don't know how they did it. I figured someone who doesn't speak English primarily would get shit on, but I think they've done a really good job since Vince got removed of letting people speak their native language and not shunning them for it. That I think the audience adapted to it real quick.
Yeah, because a lot of the extracurricular social media work, they post those with subtitles and stuff too.
They even post their promos with subtitles if they do a pre-tape. Like, it's totally fine. Some fans can read, so it's good. Plus, she also has that tip. Like, you can tell that when she's speaking English, she genuinely wants to speak English and like wants to be better at it. So you have sympathy for her.
It's not the Julia situation.
Where's she at? She's the U.S. champion. She's just gone. It's so weird. I think she wants to speak English too. It's just she doesn't come off sympathetic the same way that Vaquer does. I don't understand why. I guess she's also a heel right now.
Yeah.
They also did a main event segment where Paul Heyman showed up and Roman Reigns showed up, and they all kind of talked to each other, and then kind of set up the Bronze versus Jay and Roman at SummerSlam.
Roman called Paul Heyman a dumbass a whole bunch.
Yeah. Roman's really over. I don't get it.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't want to. This was like my way out of touch thing. Like I don't understand. Like I got it for a while because for a while he was doing really good, interesting, compelling stuff, and I feel like every match I like as someone who primarily with WWE is just watching the big pay-per-views, I'm tired of that formula.
Yeah,
and like I don't get how people can be this excited. It's very bizarre to me.
There's a lot of people in the Discord who like him as a bit, and
this is true.
That's fun. Like, doing a bit's fun.
I would say too, like I get why people are like tired. Like I get why people don't like Jey Uso as a wrestler per se, but I like understand why people like saying yeet. I feel like the Roman Reigns thing and like everyone putting their finger up and all that feels very 2018. I'm at an ROH show and I like doing the too sweet hand gesture. Where it's like it's about participating in it and doing that rather than I don't know. Like that's kind of where my head is. Is this like a meta? I enjoy participating in this thing and doing that thing because that's what I'm supposed to do? Or is it that they genuinely get excited when they see Roman Reigns? Because I can't imagine the latter.
Maxwell, compare this to Joe Hendry.
Roman Reigns is much better than Joe Hendry.
I think that's fair. But as far as like the crowd participation and all of that, like there's a clear difference of some people are participating and some people are fucking over. Though Roman is obviously over, it just doesn't make a ton of sense. He was an awful champion and everyone hated him. And then the moment he lost it, they're like, we actually liked you. It doesn't, I don't know. But they also set up a bunch of stuff with The Rock, and The Rock's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And he just left. So, I don't know. Any other thoughts on Raw and SmackDown? Any thoughts on SummerSlam? I guess we have another week to figure that out.
Yeah, for real.
I really hope they pad this show with some fun stuff. Like, I think the Secret Harvest against the Bella Twins and Stephanie Vaquer would be fun. And I don't want to be attacked for that. Nikki Bella's good.
You're gonna get Jelly Roll Wrestling, and you're gonna like it.
Oh yeah, I am gonna like that. That's gonna be fucking cool. What are you talking about? Of course it's gonna be great. The dude's gonna do a shooting star press, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell?" Oh, you know what I bet happens? And I bet it's not received well. I bet Jelly Roll does the Hogan spots.
No.
At SummerSlam.
No, Logan's been doing them. I bet he does it for heat.
Yeah, and I could also see...
All right, that's better.
I could see them flipping it, though. Like, Logan does it and gets heat, and then Jelly Roll does it to get cheered. Like doing the Three Amigos. But I wonder if it just doesn't work. Now I'm hyped for SummerSlam. I want to see it. And then he hits a shooting star press.
So, how is it going to look when Jelly Roll and Randy Orton do stereo RKOs?
Awesome. They're going to do the stereo DDT for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think Jelly Roll's wrestling gear is going to be? You think it's just going to be like black shirt, black pants?
It's going to be what he wears everywhere.
Just the Tommy Dreamer outfit.
The only clothes he has: large black T-shirt, large black jeans.
I mean, it's an easy outfit. Can't fuck that up. Speaking of outfits, if you don't want to wear just black T-shirts, you can head over to fatal4pod.com and click shop and get really cool T-shirts of all of your favorite Fatal 4 Pod logo shirts for your favorite podcasts. And they come in different colors. So you don't have to wear just black. You could wear heather blue or red, or what's another color we have?
I think
pink.
You just had, yeah.
A lot of options there. Go check it out. A lot of cool merch. We have good logos, not just patting myself on the back. They're good. So if you want to tell people you like podcasts that are good, go check that out. Buy a shirt. It supports us. And who doesn't want to do that? Anyway, that's Raw and SmackDown. When we come back, we will talk about, I guess, NXT and a Dynamite that we were all thrilled to watch. And we're back. The final segment of the show, the most fun segment, as many people are saying, because we're going to talk about NXT, a show that we don't want to talk about ever, but somehow keep doing. This week, NXT took place from Houston, Texas.
And I did not go.
B-Rob did not go. The show kicked off. We're not going to go through the whole thing, I promise. But I do have to talk about the fact that Booker T opened the show and told people what was going to be on the show. And he kept calling Blake Monroe Monica Monroe. He couldn't stop doing it. He's like, Monica Monroe, she gonna be here tonight.
Yeah,
and the crowd's like, who the fuck is Monica Monroe? And then when he got to the desk, Corey and the other guy were like, her name's Blake, he's like, who? Like, he had no fucking clue.
Yeah, he got a...
turns out he has a student named Monica Monroe.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
At his little...
I think what was the most surprising...
Yeah.
What was the most surprising thing about that to me was knowing that he knew who his students were. Because that dude is not involved with that school like he pretends to be. So, impressive that he knew that somebody there. I don't know. He didn't get all of it. But yes, Monica Monroe had a match with Ren Sinclair because they love beating my favorites. The big story on NXT this week was, one, it was the next show after TNA
Slammiversary.
Yep, that's one. The TNA show from the weekend where Trick Williams defended the title against Mike Santana and Joe Hendry, and JC Jane had an opportunity to become a double champion, where she did, and Trick Williams retained after stealing a pin on Joe from Mike Santana. I still am of the belief that being TNA champion is actually a bad thing. And it's good that Joe Hendry's not champion. It's good that Mike Santana's not champion. They will be better in the future. I think it's done terrible things to Trick Williams, as we were about to talk about, because last week we talked about how he pissed off some dorks from LFG who then had The Undertaker show up to defend them. And Undertaker came out and cut one of the worst promos I think I've ever heard. Yeah.
What are you doing? That's a good question. That's what my daughter Morgan just asked. Morgan, do you want to say hi to everybody? You're not on video. You have to say the word hi out loud. No? Hey, can you tell everyone what wrestling move you were doing yesterday?
Frog splash.
Yep, frog splash. There we go. Christina's here as well. Do you want to say hi to everybody real quick?
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Right. We know her from that podcast.
Yeah, she used to be on that other podcast. I'm going to say goodnight to my kid, and then I'll complain about this segment.
Okay, Maxwell's back. Kody, you had a thought on The Undertaker and his bad promo.
I didn't have a thought on The Undertaker, but I did have a thought on TNA, and that this partnership is very one-sided.
Yes.
I think TNA needs to rename its company to TNC for total nonstop cucking, because I cannot believe that they are just allowing the WWE to just hold all of their titles hostage.
But like, what choice do they have? Like, are they in business without this? Because I kind of get the impression that they were bleeding money.
Mm-hmm. Then also, like, this was confusing to me as many as the other people, because we watched this event live, you know, with the friends at my house and stuff, right? This is Slammiversary, which, you know, at a glance, if you're just popping in, you know, just to see the show, you would think, you know, this would be their big year-end show or something like that. But it is not. Bound for Glory is, which they are using this pay-per-view to springboard to Bound for Glory for the big shit. That's their WrestleMania. You know, I'm just like,
Is anybody following the taping that's happening right now? Or the show?
The show that's on right now?
All I saw was that Jakara Jackson debuted.
Yes, and JC Jane was there with her minions to address the crowd.
I find it very odd. Well, we'll talk about them in a minute because they suck. I find it very odd when someone gets fired from NXT and just shows up in TNA.
No shit.
It's so like degrading. I don't know why. It's uncomfortable because it's like I know you're basically working for the same people for significantly less money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's very kind of sad. It makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, because Jakar showed up, and who else? Mustafa Ali is over there. Cedric Alexander is there.
if she starts teaming with Lash Legend at TNA, I'm gonna be so mad.
And the worst part for me is like she's there as Sade or something like that.
Yeah.
Her name.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know, Dolph Ziggler going to Nick Nemeth, and it's just so silly to me. It's like, I don't know.
It's even weirder when they have Elias show up at NXT as what's his name now, Elroy?
Elijah, right? And like Fandango being Dirty Dango or whatever the hell his TNA name is on NXT. And it's just like, we know who these people are. Why? Like, if there's a partnership, I'm TNA, I would be like, okay, we get to use their, you know,
the names that you
trademark
own.
Names. Yeah.
Give us their theme songs.
Yeah.
Right.
But it also might be like money thing or whatever, because before they started doing this, they were over there already doing the thing that they already did. They already changed their names and everything. So it could be some other legal shit. But I mean, it's a simple thing to your points.
Right. But like if Peyton Royce and Billy show up at NXT and they come out to that god awful theme song they have in TNA, that sucks. They should just show up as their old selves and just say, hey, that they're in TNA right now. Which
they lost on the pre-show.
Yeah. It's weird that a TNA even has a pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now I'm going to go nuts because why do any of these things have pre-shows? I get like a WWE or an AEW being like, let's go live on YouTube. Maybe we'll catch some people.
Mm-hmm.
TNA though, like you ain't catching extra buys on a pre-show.
Well, me and Eric paid for it.
Okay. But Eric has more money than most people should.
True.
Yeah. That's fine. Billionaires shouldn't exist. I think Cody's right in the sense, like, this is not a good partnership for TNA. It's going to benefit WWE. I thought initially the partnership was strictly so they could get Jordan and Joe as quickly as possible. And I do think that's still going to happen. But how much damage will have been done at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they got Jordan Grace and they fucking wrecked her.
I was going to say, I don't know much. Like, are they really going to even like keep them around super long term? Like, I don't.
So, like, who do they want now? I would assume you want Mike Santana.
The tape library. Even then, though, like, they don't care about that stuff anymore.
Yeah. I mean, do they
That's the thing. It's like at this point, just Nick Khan should just buy the company, so we can get cool documentaries on Peacock or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we can get footage, so we can get AJ Styles action figures in TNA Geek Gear and more stuff Abyss in the WWE games. Like,
but here's the thing: they don't have to do that. We have Abyss in the WWE game as Abyss with his TNA music. They don't need to buy this company.
They want to do like COINTELPRO, but for like TNA being the number 2 promotion. Like that's what this is all about. Like this is all about just trying to do weird optics to make the AEW conversation about AEW versus TNA.
And then also you do it this way. I mean, you sink into it or whatnot. It stops it from being a monopoly.
True.
Sure.
True. Yeah, if the administration ever turns over and like someone cares about that, like if Lena Khan ever got her sights set on pro wrestling.
Yeah, that's no. She's friends with Nick. It's fine.
We talk about it on Didn't Get All of It Japan or whatever with like the acquisition of AAA. We were thinking that if they're gonna
can't talk about that there. It's Mexico.
They do.
You need to start a new podcast so I can make the logo.
No, but let me finish, Paul. You're always joking with your jokes. Why don't they buy all Japan? Because from what we talk about, no, not all of Japan. There's a promotion called All Japan.
Well, they would get that when they buy all of the country.
No, but like it's another company that was kind of like by the wayside of how AAA was with like the money issues and like talent leaving and buy it out.
I thought All Japan like completely went away.
Nah, I mean, see, that's my point. Just buy it out. Fuck it.
But I thought like New Japan bought him at one point.
Nope. New Japan just merged with Stardom not too long ago. So they have a female wrestling organization up under their umbrella now.
Right. So then they got forced to book women for the first time in their entire existence.
Yeah. They're trying to stay afloat, man.
Mm-hmm. Undertaker cut this bad promo on Trick Williams. And Trick Williams was acting all tough. And I thought what could have been really cool here is if Trick Williams kicked Undertaker in the dick and walked away. But instead, Undertaker said, "Watch your tone with me, boy," and became Chokeslam Man. And Trick Williams sold this like death.
Mm-hmm.
And looked like an absolute fool. And then was selling the Chokeslam 20 minutes later in a backstage segment where he was hobbling around, where he walked in front of Obafemi, who had the NXT title, and then JC walked there so you could see all the belts together.
I did like that.
I thought the visual was neat, but
I like that.
My hope was that would have Oba would have been like, maybe I want 2 belts, and that would at least set up the next program. But
now it's Trick that want 2 belts.
It doesn't. First of all, JC needs to surrender one of those titles immediately because we know the rules in NXT. You cannot have 2 championships. That has to stop. She has to give it away so other people can have a chance.
No.
Yeah. She's the only one who gets to be double champ.
Yep.
Fatal Influence. This segment they did was so weird. I will say it forever because they have no chemistry. I do not believe these people are friends. I understand that JC and Fallon allegedly have a history. You'd have no idea. The other one, I do not know her name. She has no presence in this stable at all, which is a bummer because she's probably a okay performer.
Yeah, she does a really good soccer kick.
She disappears into the background of every single segment. Like, it's crazy. I don't understand this group. They had this whole thing where JC was talking about how she's the champ, and I'm like, okay, we're going to start like something fresh here. Lash Legend came out saying she wants a title shot. Then Jada Parker came out saying she wants a title shot. And JC Jane's like, oh, get him, girls. And Fallon's like, no. And then they just started fighting them anyway. It made no sense. The delivery was really weird. They're obviously setting up a split here, but they're doing it really badly. And then there was a segment after the Undertaker segment where all of them are just in the back looking at each other, I guess. And Michelle McCool shows up to complete silence. She is just there, and she's like, I talked to the general manager, and you guys are going to have matches next week.
You mean the coach on LFG?
I guess. No fucking pop for her. It's insane, like, that they thought this would do anything.
Why are they, like, pushing LFG so hard?
Because they got a contract.
I felt like so much of this show was about LFG.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't imagine an episode of Raw in like 2002 where they're like, and on Tough Enough, like your team with Matt Capitelli on it is trash. Like Tough
Enough
is so
only
not for me.
They did run Tough Enough angles because they did a whole storyline of Al Snow against Taz, I think.
It's kind of giving me a little bit of a like season 1 NXT and shit.
Yes. Yeah. And then but also TNA is also the other minor league, like working.
And then there's Evolve, which is their minor league.
And then there's Evolve. Like, this is a compounding of minor leagues that the universe has never witnessed before. And I can't care about it because I'm already slumming it by watching NXT. And then you're trying to sell me on something even lower. I can't. No, thank you.
But you don't like Jack Cartwheel and Cappuccino Jones?
I've never seen a Cappuccino Jones match, to my knowledge.
I think we talked about him a couple months ago when they.
I love the name. It's a great name.
When they started doing WWE ID and that thing, he was one of the names, and we analyzed his whole move set, and he's got a bunch of coffee themed.
Oh, that
things.
Rocks! Yeah,
yeah. He seems like someone who will be a thing. What happened to that blonde girl that they picked, Zeta something, who looked like a megastar? Is she around?
I don't know.
None of them get booked anywhere.
Right. Well, one of the things that we learned after they announced WWE ID, they gave one out at Booker T's school to somebody who is not a student there, but they pretended he was. None of Booker's students got WWE IDs.
Yeah, no shit.
Which is sad because some of them are very good. Anyway, the coaches are not feuding because the coaches are old, dying people like Undertaker and Bubba Ray Dudley, who showed up to do weird
Challenge
stuff.
The Hardys to a ladder match.
Oh yeah, that was great. I popped for that. I'm excited to see Devon in like the best shape of his career.
Round, yes.
No, apparently he's like in great shape now.
Yeah.
There's some interview that he did like in the last few days where he's lost a ton of weight and he feels good.
Yeah, because he's not fucking being a carny sideshow everywhere like his counterpart.
I think that's the reason they stopped, is because he was like in terrible shape and didn't want to do it anymore, and now he's got like some new energy.
He's like hurting stuff too.
I'm happy for Devon.
And then he had a school, and then he has his sons is wrestling, so he's been doing other shit.
Devon's kids.
Yeah,
that's a good time.
Yeah. So LFG, Ethan Page debuted the new North American title, which has now got a Canada strap,
Canadian style.
It's ugly.
This is stupid. It's the North American title. Canada's already represented on the belt.
Yeah, but
why
he got
is he
USA
doing this?
chance
because he wants it more prominent.
The USA stuff is so like, it feels so gross right now.
Especially since we beefing with him right now over the tariffs.
Right. It's odd.
Because I bought some shit from their ass in October, and they say it ain't gonna get here till maybe 2 months from now. Goddamn stupid tariffs.
You'll get your N64 someday.
One day.
So I'm like, okay, Ethan Page he's done with Ricky Stanks, and now it's time to introduce a new challenger. And who is that challenger? The general manager of NXT, Santino Marella.
Yeah, no shit.
Who does get to use his WWE music. He shows up mid-USA chant, which this is so weird. He's like, many people know I live in Canada and I raise my family in Canada, but I love America, which is just so funny. And he put over like people being good. And now he's going to face Ethan Page for the North American title next week on NXT. What?
Mm-hmm.
Also, this show is on with my wife around, and she's like, what is on his hand? And I'm like, that's the Cobra. She's like, what is that? And I'm like, it's a snake. She's like, I don't understand. I'm like, neither do I.
Hey, you should show her the tag match with Santino and Mr. Iguana.
I can't I can't explain Santino lore in 2025. There's too much.
Yeah, this felt very like universe mode. I forgot to like turn off.
I forgot to remove
like, the
Santino.
Random superstar. Yeah, that's what happened here.
Universe mode is my favorite analogy for things that don't work, like Fatal Influence. Just feels like you simulated 3 years and now all these women are a team.
Mm-hmm.
And their outfits haven't changed. So anyway, my final note on NXT was that there was no follow-up from TNA.
No, there
Trick
was.
Williams
The belt doesn't matter. It's a joke. And
right.
old guys are always better than the current guys.
Yep.
Exactly. But like
that's what I heard.
I figured there would have been some Mike Santana or Joe Hendry stuff here doing like, hey, you didn't pin me or whatever. We're going to keep this stuff rolling. No, it was just Undertaker beating him up.
Mm-hmm.
I really, 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 really wanted the Undertaker to do the Joe Hendry spin around pose, but it didn't happen. Because there was part of me that's like, Joe Hendry might show up here, and then him and the Undertaker can be buddies, and do each other's pose, and I think that would be funny. But that Undertaker probably wouldn't do that.
They should let Undertaker be TNA champion.
I think so too.
Fuck it.
Like,
who cares?
That's a good exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah. This show's tough to get through. I should do a whole podcast about how much I hate TNA. People miss me complaining all the time. They're so sick of me enjoying Raw.
What?
They do. They
stop.
say, "Can
we talk about the one really funny segment from the pay-per-view with when they were backstage and the camera was on for like 30 seconds before they realized it?"
Oh,
what segment was this?
It was Ash by Elegance and her group, and they're like, "All right, we're live. Okay, we're going live, folks. All right, everybody get ready. All right, we are going to go live in 3, 2, 1." And it was like a 30-second segment, but like 40, like, I don't know, out of the 30 seconds, 20 of it was a guy counting down multiple times and being like, all right, we're live, we're going to go live, and now, okay, we're live. And they're just like standing around waiting for that to drop. It was
That's classic
absolutely
TNA.
horrible.
Yeah.
It was so great. It was a reminder of what used to be.
So Maxwell, how much of this show did you get to watch, the pay-per-view?
I just watched the main event.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So
I didn't. Was that any good?
No.
Okay.
Nah. It was only 13 minutes long, and then it was just like letting all the air out of the balloon.
It felt like it felt like a solid TV main event.
Mm-hmm. A solid NXT TV main event.
And it also felt weird too
because
it felt the building felt like oversold. Like it felt like they were into Santana, but I don't know. Like it felt like a majority of the people there were there not for this.
Yeah, not for that to happen. No,
they were all there for AJ Francis.
Oh my god! That
you
bump
seen
took
that?
off the ladder?
I did see the bump. That was hysterical.
So yeah, he got pushed off
was
of a
he
ladder
thinking?
and was supposed to fall into other ladders and a table. And at the last second, he got scared and tried to bail and went nutch and crotch first between the rungs of a ladder and fell down.
I love that for him.
He seems really funny. I want to watch more TNA now because of him.
I want Michael Cole to see that clip, and I want to know his thoughts. I want to know his thoughts, though.
I think Michael Cole's too much of a professional to say anything.
They added in extra commentary after the fact so he could clown him in the game.
Yeah, but like that's for the game. Like Penta in the game has like tons of commentary about how like he's been successful elsewhere, and they very much allude to like everywhere else without saying stuff, which I don't know. In a different time, that would not have been the case.
Mm-hmm.
DLC in that game is fun. I'm putting it over, folks. WWE 2K current edition is not terrible. Speaking of terrible. Let's wrap this shit up with Dynamite, a show that I tuned into, one, because I haven't watched in a while, and I saw most of the pay-per-view, and I'm like, I want to give that another go. I picked the wrong week to do that, is my understanding. But I also didn't want Maxwell to be the only person to watch Dynamite. so I watched it as well. I think Kody made it through most of the show before giving up.
Yep.
Show started off with Hangman Page with the title. Nice to see that around. And a match with Yuta, who I remember people would tell me he's great for so long. He's not.
He's not. Correct.
He got murdered here, which I'm like,
Yes.
all right, we're off to a good start. I'm like, first of all, squash matches in AEW, especially ones that are necessary, love to see it. I was really excited for the rest of this show. Unfortunately, they did not follow up with this very well. What was it? Jet Ski took on FTR.
Yeah, that's your joke, but it's Jet Speed.
I think one of the commentators called them Jet Ski.
And it probably was because they do that.
The commentary team is having too much fun.
I like
noticed. I don't hate it, but like
I don't like Tony Schiavone because he's just like, yeah, kids, aren't we having fun? You like it, huh? See,
well, there's
like
a part
Tony
during the main
Schiavone.
event. There's a part in the main event, like after MJF did his "Your Brother's Dead" stuff to Mark Briscoe. They're doing the main event, and it's like Mark Briscoe and Claudio, and the commentary is like, "Man, Chicago's fucking cool." And they're like, yeah, we love being in Chicago. And they just talked about Chicago for like 2 minutes straight. And I'm like, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
we're
they
having a
should.
match here.
It's the best city in the world, baby.
Yeah, you would say that, Mr. Chicago. If they're so good, how come they don't have a Vapiano's?
That's true. Vapiano's closed. It hasn't been the same ever since then.
Owner Vapiano's out on his ass.
Who's vaping?
We'll tell you later, B-Rob. I mean, the Jet Ski FTR match was good. But it was, more of a... I guess it was a tournament, which they showed a blank bracket for. Have they not announced the matches?
No.
And that's...
They have
So it's just a tournament with no matches?
not that we know of yet.
Not that we're aware of. I think they might have did something for Collision this Saturday, but I don't know what those are.
Is that because one of the final people in the bracket is going to be Edge and Christian, and instead of making them return
Probably.
against FTR one-on-one, they're going to have to return and like work their way through a tournament together?
Yes. That's my
That sucks. Don't do that. Their return should be a big deal. It shouldn't be, all right, we're going to get to FTR, but first we have to face the uncaged patriarchy. Like, just skip all that. Also, I didn't put this in the notes. The kid from the patriarchy with his mom,
Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne, should not be a pro wrestler.
Oh, yeah, I like Nick Wayne.
Hey,
That's
fuck
fine.
you.
His mom is 8 feet taller than him, and it looks like Kody could beat him up. I need my wrestlers to look like wrestlers. This segment with him talking with his little ROH toy belt was so bad. Like, he looked not intimidating at all. I'm sure he wrestles just fine. I've seen him. He's not bad. But, like, don't have your mom tower over you.
The belts everywhere.
He was sitting down. You know that, right?
No, because they cut him off at the shoulders.
Yeah, because he was sitting down.
He's sitting, yeah.
Then stand up and have your mom spread her legs really wide like Tom Phillips used to do. So she looks shorter. So she looks shorter, not for the other reasons, you perverts. She needs to do the Todd Phillips thing. Tom Phillips? Tom. The
Tom
TNA
Phillips,
commentator.
Tom Phillips was the inappropriate text man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. No men have ever inappropriately texted other than him.
Yeah, as I caress your inner thigh.
I need Nick Wayne to at least stand up next time, or have his mom sit down.
He can sit on the lap.
No, because like she's like the focal point. I actually thought the positioning made sense. Like from a shooting it perspective, with it being like her. It's supposed to make him look like a bitchy little mama's boy, and it worked.
Then it worked, and it worked on me because I hated it.
Yeah,
he's a heel. You're supposed to hate it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I hate it.
Good job.
Here's something I hated was after the FTR match, Edge came out and
so brave.
How brave?
We're so funny.
Adam Copeland. He
just Cope actually
hired. No, he's Adam Copeland again. I think he realized how stupid Cope is. He hired the Hurt Business to beat up to hurt FTR.
Yeah, I like that.
This doesn't. No, I don't like this at all. Why would
I don't either.
The Hurt Syndicate are supposed to be heels, right?
Because they're a business.
I get that it's a business, but it's also I don't think this needs to be a part of their character.
But it's APA style. I like that. Nobody's done APA shit.
I don't
since
think
the APA.
I like the Hurt Syndicate just being the Hurt Syndicate. I don't know. I don't even like the necessary twist on their character.
Yeah, I think it's
I just
fine,
like
but I don't even like.
Around.
I don't even like the MJF aspect of it either.
I don't either.
MJF's
that seems to be ending.
Doing well anymore.
We'll talk about that in a second. MJF has done a fucking complete 180 for me.
But if Copeland is supposed to be a babyface, why would he hire these heels to do his dirty work for?
Who else takes money to beat people up?
And he's Cope. He does what he wants.
Also, he knows MVP from his other job. Here's what I don't understand. They showed the video of Stokely saying, "You are not allowed to attack FTR." Why? Who made that rule?
He said he went to Tony Khan or some shit like that.
Why would Tony Khan agree to that? If anything, it should have been the Young Bucks agreed to this before they lost their privileges. But then, of course, Tony Khan could just undo it. Why is Edge not allowed to attack this fucking tag team?
Because they had beef prior to this.
So?
And they did some shenanigans or whatever.
Anyway, I mean, obviously it's Edge and Christian against FTR. What happens after I'm more curious about is, do they keep Edge and Christian? Or do they just put over FTR and leave?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I mean, it's fine because we talked about I want their WWE returns, but
I don't even want that. I just want them to get the fuck on.
I need my Judgment Day versus Judgment Day match, B-Rob. And I need them in the video game.
I know, that's just me. You know how I get.
Yeah, anyway, enough on this. Here's a segment that was confusing as hell. Will Ospreay comes out to announce that he's very injured and he's got a spinal cord problem. Then they have to fuse some discs and he should be back in time for Forbidden Door, which is in 3 weeks.
Yes. Because the injury he has, the turnaround time on that is like, it could, at the low end, it could be 1 to 2 weeks, but it also could go beyond that. But at the same time, since it's dealing with a area in his spine, it makes it a little more, delicate and whatnot. So he could, God forbid something happens. So that's why they
treat a bad doctor and not make it to forbid. Like what?
I mean, something. Who knows, man?
He got a send off like he was Kevin Owens, and he's going to be back in 3 weeks. Roman Reigns doesn't even come to work half the time. You don't have to announce that you're going to be gone for 3 weeks.
No, I get that, but like, if it was his last time, he might have not come back, or he said what he had to say.
He's back in 3 weeks.
He said he might.
Yes.
And then Swerve showed up and was like, "Let's sing a song together, everybody. Rest in peace, Will Ospreay. Maybe see you in 3 weeks, buddy."
This is better than Adam Cole's, so fuck you.
No, Adam Cole's is a real thing and sad.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. No, he should be wrestling anyway.
That was my problem. Is like Adam Cole just had this whole thing happen at the pay-per-view, and like his is very serious, and he most likely will never wrestle again. And then Will Ospreay comes out here with all like, sourpuss face and tone of voice, acting like he's about to announce his retirement, and he's like, "I'll be back in 3 weeks." It's like, what is the point of this? Like, if anything, he could have just not appeared because he had a hell of a match at the pay-per-view and just took some time off.
They were even selling that beforehand, so they could have just ran with it.
If they needed to like write him off of television for some reason, just do like set up his next angle and have him get attacked backstage or something. Like
they already wrote him off TV. He came back to do that from being wrote off TV, so he could have just stayed the fuck home.
The only part of me that is confused, I mean, I'm confused by this altogether. There is a part of me that's like, did we all misunderstand this? And did he mean Forbidden Door next year?
No
way. He's on the poster of Forbidden Door, and it's in London. Like
card subject to change.
He's gonna be there.
Dumb. That said, like, to B-Rav's point, like, you just write him off and whatnot. They wrote off Sami Zayn 2 weeks ago, said he was out indefinitely, and this week on Raw, they're like, why are you here to wrestle? So that was good, at least, if we're going to have someone show up while they're injured. I appreciated that. Anyway, rest in peace, Will Ospreay. I hope you make it through surgery. I would hate for you to miss another week of Dynamite. Let's talk about the match everyone's really pumped about. Toni Storm against Billy Starks in a match that I think went way too fucking long for someone of Toni Storm's presence. Athena had a shark hat on for a promo backstage, which was fun. We all love being silly.
No, this was horrible. This was one of the worst promos I've ever seen in my entire life. What is this character?
So I like her ring work. I don't like the stuff with her and Billy is extremely theater kid to me.
Yeah. Also, it's been going on for 3 years.
Yeah. I think it stinks. Like, I think the act is low rent. And then when she wrestles, you're like, oh my gosh, you're such a good wrestler. Like, just wrestle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just shenanigans because they've just been toiling in the ROH sphere for 3 years doing this shit. So it's just like, whatever. I know it's jarring because, like, now you get to see them on TV, and it's just like, what the fuck is this madness? Like y'all saying, and it's just, I just let her wrestle and just shut the fuck up.
Well, after a long time, Toni finally beat Billy Starks. And after the match, Billy hit her with the belt and roughed her up quite a bit. And then Athena made her way to the ring. By the way, I noticed this last week. I didn't realize they had a 3-week residency at this medieval times in Chicago.
Shut up. The Aircon Ballroom rocks.
Does it?
I love it. Yeah, and I like distinct-looking venues on TV.
I love distinct-looking venues, but this does look like a thing at the Renaissance Festival.
They should run Medieval Times the next time they're here. Yeah. I would 1,000% go to a Medieval Times themed wrestling show.
I like they just did their last ROH pay-per-view or whatever, and they did it in the like the E Arena in Garland or whatever the hell they were at, and that shit look cool as fuck. I mean, it's a great setup. I don't see why they try to find more places like that.
I think they are. Maxwell, what is this building used for normally?
Like concerts and stuff.
And it just looks like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's cool if you're not going to sell out Allstate or whatever. I appreciate cool looking buildings. This one I think looks especially silly though.
Apologize to my city. Shut up.
No. I hope not. This building is silly as hell. No, Athena made her way down from the balcony to cash in her clipboard in the bank.
Took so long.
But also, cash-ins suck, and like it's such it's such a WWE thing that it would be like if they were, I don't know. To me, it'd be like if a company was like, yeah, we're gonna do an ultimate cross cords match, and it's like that's Ultimate X. Like it's just such a like
no, the cords are crossed.
Yeah, it's like so associated with one company that it automatically feels low rent trying to copy it. So you got low rent promo, low rent cash in gimmick. No, thank you.
Mike Santana just beat Joe Hendry again.
Yeah, he's putting people over on his way out of the territory. That dude is done with TNA. I don't think he's done at all as a performer because I don't think anybody knows what's happening in TNA. Like, he'll be fine when he shows up on SmackDown or something, but he's on his way out of there. Alex Windsor showed up and saved Toni Storm from being cashed in on because she's facing Athena this weekend for the title on Collision.
Yes. And Alex Windsor is Will Ospreay's mate.
They're friends?
Yeah, they're pals.
Mm-hmm. Intimate pals.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Will Ospreay is dating a female wrestling talent, and he just had a disc that fragmented into his spinal column.
Oh no!
Oh,
we're
heading
down
into dangerous territory here.
Oh no! If at noon next Thursday, I'm like, guys, there's no wrestling news this week.
Yeah.
Start sounding the alarms.
Nobody book Will Ospreay versus CM Punk for the ECW title.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah, that is what that was. That's why I bought tickets to that show. I forgot.
I did check on her son's name just to be safe, and it's Harry. So I think we're in the clear on that part at least.
He does have Fragile X though.
Come on!
Sorry. Fragile Cross Cable.
Come on!
It's different. Speaking of tasteless humor, let's get to the MJF promo against Mark Briscoe. MJF made his way to the ring to
boo this man,
to talk about how he doesn't need the Hurt Syndicate, and like, wow, we spent so long putting them together for them not to do anything to win the title. And Mark Briscoe showed up because they're still feuding for some reason. And MJF cut what I think is the same promo he's cut on him for a long time, because I think, didn't he already do the
comes up
your dead brother's better than you?
Constantly, it feels
or anybody's promo.
But also, like, I don't know, MJF to me feels like we're in like late stage Andrew Dice Clay territory.
I wish he was.
Me too. Timmy No Breaks should be his manager. I just feel like he's doing something, and it's been done for so long that everybody's kind of over it. But that's like, he's not adapting. He's doing the same thing that like people got tired of when he was champion. And he needs to figure something else out to remain interesting as a top guy, and not like somebody who peaked 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's my takeaway as well, because like I don't necessarily mind edgy promo that says something offensive. I think that's good.
I don't either, but that's all he's got.
That's all he's got. It's insane to see how far he has not progressed.
Well, yeah, and I think
this company's existed.
He's also just like got the stink on him, because the company downturn was when he was champion. So it's like he's got
I guess that's true.
Like he's got a version of like the old version of like the TNA stink on him, but it's of being the guy that like spearheaded the company's decline. And instead of being like, all right, I need to retool or adjust or find something different, he's just doing the same thing.
It's crazy, because if you looked at the roster several years ago, I don't think you would have said Hangman Page as the guy who's going to carry this company.
I would have.
Yeah. I don't think that's such a guarantee, but like MJF felt like a guy you would build a company around.
Yeah. It's like he was definitely like poised to be poached from another company or something, because he was that good.
He should be a bigger part of this.
He should be a bigger deal, but he should have evolved a little bit beyond, I got a tattoo that says I like it here.
Well, I mean, there's still time to go to Evolve.
You think he could get on the Undertaker's LFG team?
I think
the best part of the Undertaker's LFG team story, I'm just going to tangent on this one.
Yeah, you're good.
He showed up to defend them. They were nowhere to be seen. Like, Trick Williams didn't run through them and the Undertaker saved them. They just weren't there. We'll never know who those people were.
This is kind of like a weird comparison, but think about how similar MJF is now to like what he was in like 2019.
Yep.
And think about how different like Booker T was from 2000 to 2007. As far as like, he was champion of a company that was like going out of business. And he was like sort of doing a low rent Brock imitation. And then like he added sort of a comedy element to his character by teaming with Goldust. And then like he had a main event run, and then like he retooled a little bit. Then he was King Booker. Like he went through so many different iterations to like stay fresh. And MJF has done none of that. He's just the same guy. And
there was that one time he was the devil.
People are over it. Oh gosh, that sucked.
I think the other thing to complain about this segment is, as MJF was doing all of this, Mark Briscoe stood on the stage dumbfounded. Like, just
what the hell? He said that word?
Jaw open, like, oh my God, he's picking on me. I don't understand why he didn't just go down there and whoop his ass as quickly as he should.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Briscoe's fun. He's a great act, and I don't understand. Like,
he had to talk about his pickle.
Yeah, that got over, unfortunately. But tiny penis jokes are hot right now, so it's fine. Mark Briscoe ran down there, and MJF ran away, and then Cesaro or Claudio showed up, and they had a match. And they had a match that was fine. And at one point, Darby Allin was shown in the crowd. And then after the match, they all beat up Mark Briscoe, and Darby Allin was, I guess, in the bathroom. Because he didn't make the save here at all. And then they challenged Adam Page, who came out and told Moxley that I will fight you next week on Dynamite. You dumbass. I liked that. Like, there's just so much of the show which was just so disappointing. I feel that way about most of the stuff that I watched this week for wrestling. I sure do pick the bad Dynamites to tune into. Or is it only the ones that I tune into that are bad? And if I didn't tune in, it would have been good. Am I cursing the show?
What they call that? A Schrodinger's cat or something?
I don't know if I do like cats.
Yeah.
At what point do we tell Kody he's been on mute this whole segment?
I'm listening.
Well, that's all the wrestling this week. We covered it all. Covered SmackDown. We covered Raw. We covered NXT. We covered Dynamite. We even talked way too much about TNA. Any final thoughts on Hulk Hogan?
He was a man.
Uh-huh.
Before we close this out, Maxwell, did you have anything else you wanted to chat on? Do you want to banter at all? You want to go to bed?
I kind of want to go to bed. I actually have basketball work I got to do after this. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we covered all my wrestling takes for this week and how I think wrestling is pretty good for the most part, but this week was really bad, and hopefully next year when I come back on, it will not be as bad as it was this time.
You have to wait a whole year for more Maxwell?
I don't know. We'll see.
Because I can give you a whole calendar of when we're out, or when people are out, we need to fill in.
Yeah,
we will see.
We made a calendar.
We'll see.
Yeah, we did.
You guys are so much more organized. That's so cool.
After a year of doing this, I said, what if we had a shared calendar, and then we had to walk Kody through how to sign into iCloud?
Yeah, that was awful. Very traumatizing.
It's not as bad as Noah being out of cell service range and fucking up all of our group chats.
Yeah.
Noah has triggered like 3 new group chats this week because of his being out of service range. Anyway, this was not a positive episode outside of the Hulk Hogan dying stuff. But we didn't get out.
Very positive. Maxwell was here.
That's true. Thanks for joining us, Maxwell. I'm going to say the part. I'm going to say the thing that I say, and then the music will play, and then we'll do the outros, and then we can stop recording.
Cool.
We didn't get all of it, folks. But we'll try again next week. I've been Paul Griffin. That's been Kody and B-Rob. And thank you, Maxwell, for joining us on a very special 70th episode of Didn't Get All of It, the Hulk Hogan's Dead episode. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.
Damn. R.I.P. Regis Philbin. I had no idea.